Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2001 season in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Sunday Night Baseball features Block 42 in the replay, as we are headed to the Metrodome tonight in Minneapolis, where the Cleveland Indians are playing the Minnesota Twins. Looking at the standings, the Indians in the AL Central have already clinched the division with a record of 95 wins and 52 losses. Currently, they are the number 2 seed and would play the American League East champions, as the Texas Rangers are running away with the league right now. As for the Minnesota Twins, they are currently in second place in the division with a record of 76 wins and 71 losses. But it is very much a 4-team race after that. There's very much a 4-team race after the Indians, as everybody's in the thick of the race. Theoretically, even Kansas City and Detroit are both in it, even though Kansas City is currently 4 games under 500 and Detroit is currently at 500. Almost anybody could make the playoffs right now in the Central, as Higher Ground Gaming now joins us here at the Metrodome. Yeah, I still cannot believe that I needed the mercy rule for the Yankees and the Red Sox last night. Good grief. But that's what the mercy rule is for. When a game gets out of hand and I need to transition to the next thing, that's why we have it in place. So, we're expecting a sellout at the Metrodome for Sunday Night Baseball, so let's get into it. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins tonight is Rick Reed. 4-6 with a 5.19 ERA, 67 2/3 innings pitched, 92 hits, 12 homers, 14 walks, and 43 strikeouts in 2001. Let's take a look at the starting lineup that he's got to keep in check. Leading off for Cleveland, we've got Kenny Lofton in center field, Omar Vizquel at shortstop, Roberto Alomar at second base, Juan Gonzalez in right field, Jim Thome at first base, Ellis Burks the designated hitter, Marty Cordova in left field, Travis Fryman at third base, and Einar Diaz catching. Well, looking at the Yankees right now, Higher Ground, you might not be seeing too much more of them on the channel because they're currently 5 games under 500. And of course, you need a winning record to make the playoffs in replays on the channel. Leading off for the Indians tonight is Kenny Lofton. Rick Reed is a righty, 12 homers, 38 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. There are a lot of teams that use some combination of red, white, and blue dice. Twins, being the home team, are another one of them. Excuse me. Cleveland, already in control of the American League East, running out of time to catch Texas for home field advantage in the American League playoffs. Rick Reed will get the sign from Tom Prince. Can the Twins pick up some room in the race for the wild card in the AL Central? Only the dice know, and in order to find out what the dice know, we have to go to the first pitch, so let's play ball. And we will get started tonight with a 4. That's an in-play 79. That'll be way too high. That'll be lifted into center field. Back for that one is going to be Torrey Hunter. He will make the catch. 1 out in the inning, and we are underway here at the Metrodome. Omar Vizquel will take his first turn at the plate. 1 homer, 49 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 51, and Vizquel will get into one. That'll get into the gap. Vizquel will be at second with a double. Roberto Alomar, now the batter with 1 out. 13 homers, 58 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a defense check. We are looking at error on the second baseman. Luis Rivas is the second baseman. His error rating is a 2. He's not going to make an error. That'll be a ground ball. He will take that, throw it over to second, or throw it over to first, for out number 2. Vizquel I believe with a... Around second advance is the third one. It's fielded by the first or second baseman. Yep, so Vizquel will go to third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Juan Gonzalez, now the batter. 25 homers, 30 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 39. Called strike 3 on Wangan, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a double for the Indians. After half an inning, score is now Cleveland 0, Minnesota coming to bat. Starting pitcher for the Cleveland Indians tonight, CC Sabathia. 17-5 with a 4.39 ERA, 180 and a third innings pitched, 149 hits, 19 homers, 95 walks, and 171 strikeouts in 2001. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Twins tonight. Leading off, Luis Rivas is at second base, Christian Guzman is at shortstop, Doug Mientkiewicz is at first base, Brian Buchanan is in right field, Corey Koski is at third base, Torrey Hunter is in center field, David Ortiz is your designated hitter, Bobby Kielty is in left field, and Tom Prince is catching. Leading off for the Twins is Luis Rivas. Sabathia is a lefty, 2 homers, 12 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a tough 97. That'll be lifted into left field. Back for that one for Cleveland is Cordova. He will make the catch for out number 1. Christian Guzman, now the batter. 2 homers, 3 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 3 is a ballpark check. 95 for a righty is in play. But an 83 is going to be too high. That'll be lifted into center field. Lofton back for that one for Cleveland. He will make the catch for out number 2. Doug Mientkiewicz, now the batter. 3 homers, 13 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 2, and that's an ugly swing by Mientkiewicz, but that will be strike 3, and that will retire the side as a slider gets through for strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins here in the bottom of the first. We are scoreless in Minneapolis after 1. Top of the second brings us to the middle of the Indians' order. Here's Jim Thome. 45 homers, 77 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001, and I see my stream just went nuts for some reason. A mistake to Thome is probably headed to Jupiter. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 69. That's not likely to be a mistake. That's actually going to be a called strike 3 on Thome as a curveball gets over the plate, or gets enough of the plate for out number 1. Actually, a tough, what was that? I just saw the number. Oh yeah, tough 60. Actually, tough 66 is still a called strike 3. Just got to remember to look at the right side. Ellis Burks, now the batter. 19 homers, 47 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 again is a tough 83. This time that'll be grounded over to short. Guzman will take it on a hop. He'll throw that over to... Hold on, I just noted it on the wrong place. He'll take it on a hop, throw it over to first, out number 2. Two outs in the inning. Marty Cordova, now the batter. 13 homers, 16 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 3 is an in-play 38. That will be just a little bit too high. That'll get popped up on the infield. Guzman will call everybody off at short, make that play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe here in the top of the second. Still no score at the Metrodome as we get set for the bottom of the second. Looks like the stream settled down. Bottom of the second, and we're in the middle of the Twins' order. Brian Buchanan, now the batter. 6 homers, 13 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 96. That will be, that would have been could have been close to a base hit against a righty, but it's not going to be against a lefty. That'll get lifted into left field. Cordova will track that one down. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Corey Koski, now the batter for Minnesota. 6 homers, 12 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 5 is a tough 86, and that's going to be a grounder over to second. Alomar will have that one with no trouble. He'll toss it over to first for out number 2. Torrey Hunter, now the batter with 2 away. 6 homers, 9 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 63. Called strike 3 on Hunter. Third strikeout for Sabathia. Actually, second strikeout for Sabathia tonight. But that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins here in the bottom of the second. We are still scoreless at the Metrodome after 2. Philip Reynolds now joins us here at the Metrodome. And looks like the U.S. men's hockey team won the gold. Top of the third brings us to the bottom of the Indians' order. Here's Travis Fryman. 3 homers, 17 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Complimentary Twinkies are available at the concession stand. Just show your ticket stub. Let's remember this is 2001 and ticket stubs were still a thing back then. God, I feel old. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 54, and Fryman's going to get into one. That'll get to the gap. Fryman will have a leadoff double. Einar Diaz, now the batter. 4 homers, 13 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Reed will get the sign from Prince. he will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 46, and that's going to be grounded right back to Reed. Reed will look Fryman back to first, or back to second, throw to first, out number 1. Lofton, now the batter. Lofton tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is an in-play 40, and that's going to be grounded right back to Reed. Once again, Reed will look Fryman back, throw it over to first, 2 outs in the inning. Two outs in the inning. Vizquel, now the batter. Vizquel has a double tonight. Fryman at second with the first run of the game. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 94. That won't get it in. That'll be lifted into left field. Back for that one is going to be CLE. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. The leadoff double comes to nothing for Cleveland. Still scoreless in the Dome, heading into the bottom of the third. Stadium size. Phew! Old as knowing the original flavor of Twinkies was banana. Admittedly, I don't think I knew that. Bottom of the third starts us off with a designated hitter at the bottom of the Twins' order. Here's Big Papi, probably before he was Big Papi, David Ortiz. 4 homers, 8 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Still not at a goose egg, still scoreless here at the Metrodome. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 12, and that's going to be ball 4. Curveball misses the zone. Ortiz will find himself on with a leadoff walk. Infield will set for double play. Bobby Kielty, now the batter. 1 homer, 3 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Ortiz, a jump of 1 against a hold of 10. Ooh, could they have him try... jump of 1 against a hold of 10. They're not going to have him try to get the jump. No, they're not going to worry about it. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars is an in-play 93. That'll get lifted into left field. Back for that one is Cordova. He will make the play. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Tom Prince, now the batter. 2 homers, 5 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 6. That's an ugly swing by Prince, but it's still strike 3 for out number 2. Third strikeout of the night by Sabathia. Rivas, now the batter. Rivas is 0 for 1. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 28, and that's ball 4. Slider misses the zone, and Rivas is on with a 2-out walk. Second walk of the inning given up by Sabathia. That'll bring Guzman to the plate. Guzman is 0 for 1 tonight. Twins have first and second with 2 outs. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. We've seen a lot happen in this replay with 2 outs, but we're not going to see anything. Well, 7 is a patient 38, and actually, patient 38 is going to be a base hit for Guzman. Runner on first advances 2 bases. So Ortiz will score, Rivas will go to third, Guzman will go to first, and the Twins will strike first. 1-0 Minnesota. Stadium cheers. Yay! Minkiewicz, now the batter. Minkiewicz tonight is 0 for 1. We're seeing some of that 2-out chaos here. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 18, and I think that'll put a stop to the chaos with a swing and a miss by Minkiewicz, trying to do too much with a changeup. That will retire the side. But the Twins strike first here in the bottom of the third. 1 run on 2 walks and a hit. It is now 1-0 Minnesota after 3. The Indians have already clinched the AL Central. They will be no lower than the 3 seed. They are looking likely to be the 2 seed and play the AL East Division champion. Top of the 4th coming up brings us to the heart of the Indians' order. This is an order that can erase a 1-run lead very easily. Here's Alomar. Alomar grounded out his first time up. Especially that number 5 hitter in Tomey. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 48. That's not going to help get it done. That'll be lined to second. Putting up his glove is Rivas. The ball will slam into it for out number 1. Wangan, now the batter. Gonzalez is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 72. That's grounded over to second. Charging in for that one is going to be Rivas. He'll make the play for out number 2. Speaking of Tomey, here he is. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up. 1-0 Minnesota, top of the 4th. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 36. Called strike 3 on Tomey. That will retire the side. That is the 3rd strikeout by Reed tonight. Tomey having 2 of them. 1, 2, 3 go the Indians here in the top of the 4th. Still 1-0 Minnesota as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th brings us to the middle of the Twins' order. Here's Buchanan. Buchanan tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Sabathia trying to keep this game stoppered right where it is. He will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 64. Called strike 3 on Buchanan. Strike 3 as a slider gets the black for out number 1. 5th strikeout of the night by Sabathia. Buchanan doesn't like the call, but he's headed back to the dugout with out number 1 in his back pocket. Koski, now the batter. Koski's 0 for 1. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a tough 55. Called strike 3 on Koski. He really doesn't like the call, but he is the 6th strikeout for Sabathia tonight. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Hunter. Hunter is 0 for 1. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 89. I doubt he's that patient against a lefty. He'll ground it over to short. Vizquel will have that with no problem. he will throw that over to first and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins here in the bottom of the fourth. Minnesota holding on to a 1-0 lead in a pitcher's duel here at the Metrodome after 4. Top of the fifth continues in the middle of the Indians' order. Here's Burks. Burks grounded out his first time up. 1-0 Minnesota, top of the fifth. Relatively fast-moving game, so the chaos should start breaking out any time here. Bear with me while that happens. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 46, and that'll be grounded over to first. Grabbing that is Minkiewicz. He will wave off Reed coming over to cover the bag, take it there himself. 1 out in the inning. Here's Cordova. Cordova is 0 for 1. He popped out to short his first time up. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 3 is an in-play 54. That'll be too high. That'll be grounded over to third. Having that is Koski. He will throw that across the horn. 4 out number 2. Fryman, now the batter. Fryman is 1 for 1. He's got a double tonight, actually. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 17, and that's ball 4. That'll put the tying run on for the Indians. Here's Diaz with 2 outs. Diaz is 0 for 1. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Twins. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 97. He's not that patient. That'll get lifted into left field. Back for that is Keelty. He'll have it with no problem. He'll put it away and retire the side. A 2-out walk comes to nothing for the Indians. Still 1-0 Minnesota, moving into the bottom of the fifth. As Barbara now joins us here at the Metrodome. Bottom of the fifth brings us to the bottom of the Twins' order. Here's Ortiz. Ortiz has a walk tonight, and he scored the only run of the game so far. 1-0 Minnesota, bottom of the fifth. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 17. Swing and a miss by Big Papi. Strike 3 for out number 1. That is the 7th strikeout by Sabathia tonight. Here's Keelty with 1 out. Keelty is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 42. That'll be popped up on the infield. Going into foul territory for that is Tomey. He will have that for out number 2. Prince, now the batter with 2 outs. Prince struck out his first time up. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. DC 6, plunk, ouch. Prince gets hit by the pitch. Slider rode in a little bit on Prince, and he's on with 2 outs. Which will bring Rivas to the plate. Rivas tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 10. Never mind the craziness. That'll be a swing and a miss as Rivas tries to do too much with a changeup. That'll be the 8th strikeout of the day, of the night for Sabathia. Also, the end of the 5th. A 2-out hit batter comes to nothing for the Twins. We've still got a pitcher's duel that's only blinked in the 3rd. 1-0 Minnesota after 5. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Sunday night baseball here on the channel. Top of the 6th coming up, and we've got Lofton leading off at the top of the order for Cleveland. Lofton is 0 for 2 tonight. Twins trying to protect this 1-0 lead like it's fine china. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 99. Yeah, that's in play all right, but that's lifted into right field. Back for that one is Buchanan. He will track it down with no issue for out number 1. Vizquel now the batter. Vizquel is 1 for 2 with a double. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 37, and against a righty, Vizquel will have a single. Infield is set for double play. Batter now is Alomar. Alomar tonight is 0 for 2. They're not going to try... No, they're not going to try anything. Prince is a 2-arm. That's going to put the stop to any steal attempts tonight. Reed will get the sign from Prince, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 16, and that's ball 4. And all of a sudden, Cleveland has got something going on. They've got 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Fans here at the Metrodome look like they're getting a little bit nervous. Batter now is Wangan with 1 out. Gonzalez is 0 for 2 tonight, though. Vizquel at second, Alomar at first, 1 out in the inning. Reed trying to work out of a jam here. He will get the sign from Prince. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping Reed... 6 is an in-play 20. That's a base hit by Gonzalez. Let's see if the Indians can get anything out of this. Hard grounder into left field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. Well, that's definitely getting something out of it. Vizquel will score. Alomar will go to third. Wangan will go to first. We're tied at 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Tomey. Tomey is 0 for 2. The infield will play in. They don't want the go-ahead run to score. But again, a mistake to Tomey is headed to Jupiter. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 30. That's actually going to be a wild pitch, and that will give Cleveland the lead. Alomar will score. Gonzalez will go to second. Cleveland takes the lead on the wild pitch, 2-1. Stadium groans. Ugh. That will also take away the infield in. Also, that will be ball 1, and we will pitch again. As that corks through, and Cleveland takes the lead. And here's the ball 1 pitch. 8 is a tough 89 against a righty. That will be a tough 89. That'll be grounded over to second. Picking that up is going to be Rivas. He'll look Wangan back to second. Throw that over to first. I believe runner on second advances to third. Okay, never mind. So actually Wangan will take third on the play, but there are 2 outs in the inning. I had to double check that for a second. Batter now is Burks. Burks is 0 for 2 tonight. 2-1 Cleveland, top of the 6th. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 37, and that is ball 4, and we've got runners at the corners again with 2 outs. Batter now is Cordova. Cordova tonight is 0 for 2. We're going to get some activity in Minnesota's bullpen, as getting loose for the Twins is going to be... Who is Minnesota going to get loose here? They're going to get... The Twins are going to get Hector Carrasco. Actually, they've got righty, lefty. They're going to get Hector Carrasco warming up. Two on, 2 out once again for Cordova here in the top of the 6th. Reed will get the sign from Prince. Fans here at the Metrodome are nervous. Reed will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a ballpark check. 76 to a righty is in play. But an 8, that will clear the bases, and that's a double for Cordova. Wangan will walk to the plate. Burks will turn on the Jets. He will come around. He will score. Cordova will go to second. 4-1 Cleveland. Stadium groans. Ugh. Batter now is Fryman. Fryman tonight is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Reed is now tired, but they're going to have the Twins are going to have him try to get out of the inning. He only needs 1 more out to do this. The only problem is a lot of this has started happening with 2 outs. Reed will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 96. That will be a fly ball into left field. Back for that is going to be Keelty. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But Cleveland takes the lead here in the top of the 6th. 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and a wild pitch. Cleveland now with a 4-1 lead as we move into the bottom of the 6th. Excuse me. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and we're back toward the top of the Twins' order. Here's Guzman. Guzman is 1 for 2 with a single tonight. 4-1 Cleveland moving into the bottom of the 6th. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 99. That will be lifted into left field. Cordova going back for that one. He will make the catch for out number 1. Batter now is Mentkevich. Mentkevich tonight is 0 for 2. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 79. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Once again, going back for that, actually Lofton going back for this one, he will make the catch for out number 2. Buchanan, now the batter. Buchanan is 0 for 2 tonight. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 10 is a patient 48, and that's ball 4. Buchanan will be on as the Heat misses the zone with a 2-out walk. We saw what happened for Cleveland with 2 outs. Can Koski help make that happen for Minnesota? Koski tonight is 0 for 2. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. Reed is going to come out of the game. The Twins are going to go to the bullpen. Coming in to take over for Minnesota is going to be Hector Carrasco. 4-3 with a 4.64 ERA. 73 and 2/3 innings pitched. 77 hits, 8 homers, 30 walks, 70 strikeouts in 2001. We're also going to get some activity in Cleveland's bullpen, although this is more of a just-in-case measure, as Ricardo Rincon is going to start getting loose for Cleveland. And Digital Diamond is being slow tonight, as usual. There we are. Top of the 7th brings us to the bottom of the Indians' order. Here's Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 2 tonight. Carrasco, we're looking at Prince for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 51. Plunk, ouch, Diaz gets hit by the pitch. And now warnings are going to go out, so subsequent hit batters will result in the pitcher being tossed. Lofton, now the batter. Lofton is 0 for 3 tonight. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 5. Swing and a miss by Lofton. Strike 3. That's out number 1. Curveball gets the zone. Lofton has to go after it for out number 1. Vizquel, now the batter. Vizquel tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 34, and Vizquel will get into that one. That'll be a base hit. Opposite field liner into left field as he's batting lefty. Runner on first advances 1 base plus. They're just going to have Diaz hold at second with the single into left. Vizquel now 3 for 4. And now we're looking at 2 on, 1 out for the Indians, and the batter now is Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. 4-1 Cleveland, top of the 7th. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 51. He's a righty, so that's going to be grounded over to first. Picking that up is going to be Minkiewicz. We'll see if the Twins can turn the double play. That will be a 5 or less on 2d6. No. Diaz will go to second, or go to third. Vizquel will go to second. The only play they'll have will be to go over to. The only play Minkiewicz will have will take that to the bag himself. That will be 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 67. He is not that patient. That'll get grounded over to second. Having that will be Rivas. He will make the play over to first. Side retired. A hit batter and a single come to nothing for Cleveland. Still 4-1 Indians as we move into the 7th inning stretch. sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, I will take a small break. Phoenix doesn't put up with any shenanigans. No, I try not to. Of course, coming up after tonight's game, we will have Ultra Quick Baseball. I don't know where our next block is going to take us, but I do know for sure that it's going to be tomorrow night. We'll decide what block we're going to be going through. We'll decide what our next block game is going to be after Ultra Quick Baseball. And if you guys want to weigh in, I won't say no to any. I'll consider any opinions that you guys in chat might have, but just be aware that I'm generally not going to be warm to personal favorites unless they're in a pennant race, because I do want to focus on the pennant races this late in the season. That's kind of the idea behind. Normally during the last month, I focus in on the pennant races, the playoff races, I should say. So I try to pick that on the fly. So I try to pick the feature games on the fly. Anyway, enough rambling. Bottom of the 7th, we'll bring Hunter into the batter's box. Hunter is 0 for 2. Rincon continuing to get loose for Cleveland. He will be ready to come in anytime. And I see my stream is still going nuts tonight. Sabathia will get the sign from Diaz. He will set and he will pitch. 4 is a patient 54. Plunk, ouch! That'll hit. Hunter gets hit by the pitch, and that will get Sabathia tossed. Because the warnings were in place. I think each team had a hit batter. So that'll bring the infield to double play depth, but Sabathia will get tossed from the game. Ricardo Rincon will come in to take over. 2-1 with a 2.83 ERA, 54 innings pitched, 44 hits, 3 homers, 21 walks, 50 strikeouts in 2001. He'll finish up his bullpen run. He'll get some warm-up tosses on the mound, which will probably be simulated in the time it takes Digital Diamond to cooperate with me. Next batter for the Twins will be Ortiz. Ortiz tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sabathia was having a pretty strong outing tonight, too. But he lost control of a pitch, and because the warnings were in place, he gets tossed. Rincon will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a tough 99. Fly ball into right field. Wangan back for that one. He will make the catch for out number 1. Yes. Keelty, now the batter. Keelty is 0 for 2. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 81. Still a lefty. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Lofton going back for that one. He'll have it with no trouble. Make the catch. Out number 2. Prince, now the batter. Prince tonight is 0 for 1, but he's been hit by a pitch. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 90. That'll be grounded over to short. Picking that up is Vizquel. He will take that over to second to get Hunter, and that'll beat him by a couple steps, but that will also retire the side. Nothing else for the Twins after the hit batter got Sabathia ejected. Still 4-1 Cleveland after 7. Doug Minkiewicz recorded the final out in the 2004 Red Sox championship season, ended up with the baseball, and initially refused to give it up to the Red Sox organization. I can't imagine that ended well for Minkiewicz in contract negotiations. They probably held that against him. We'll get some more activity in the Twins' bullpen as Bob Wells will start to get loose. Let's see. They're starting with Tomey, lefty, righty, righty. Yeah, the Twins are going to get Bob Wells warming up. Actually, we should be in the top of the 8th, I believe. Yes. Let me just check that in Digital Diamond. Yep, top of the 8th. Perfect. Leading off the top of the 8th is Tomey. Tomey tonight is 0 for 3. He's been relatively quiet tonight. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. Come here. 10 is going to be a tough 11. Swing and a miss by Tomey. Strike 3. That's out number 1. One out in the inning, and here's Burks. Burks tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 25, and that's ball 4. Burks will go to second with his second walk of the night. Second straight walk of the night for him. Infield set for double play. Cordova now the batter. Cordova is 1 for 3 with a double and drove in a run. Actually, he drove in 2 runs, I think? Yeah, probably 2 runs. Carrasco will get the sign from Prince. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 56. That'll get bounced over to third. Let's see if the Indians can turn the double play. That is head over to Koski. They need a 7 or less on 2d6. Koski's got it. He'll move that over to Rivas at second. That'll get Burks. Rivas will make the relay over to Metrodome. That'll be in time easily. The Twins will go around the horn to end the Indians' inning with a 5-4-3 double play. Nothing across except the walk for the Indians. Remains 4-1 Cleveland, moving into the bottom of the 8th. Pretty much a utility player after that, retiring in 2009. Yeah, I'm not surprised in the slightest that the Red Sox organization probably would have been hot that he didn't want to give up the ball from breaking the curse of the Bambino. Anywho, bottom of the 8th coming up. Right, bottom of the 8th, Rivas is the batter. Rivas tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. We're going to get some activity in Cleveland's bullpen as well, as Cleveland is not in the time of year where they want funny business. They want the closer. They want Bob Wickman warming up. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 24. Rivas will lead the inning off with a base hit. He will have a single. Infield will set for double play. Guzman, now the batter. Guzman tonight is 1 for 3. Rivas at first, not much of a steal threat, he will hold. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a patient 41, and that's a base hit for Guzman. He will have a single. Ball blooped into right field. Everybody moves up a base. And just like that, we've got 2 on, nobody out, and the tying run on his way to the plate. Speaking of Mentkevich, he's now the batter. Mentkevich is 0 for 3 tonight, though. Rivas at second, Guzman at first. Mentkevich could tie the game here. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 18. That won't help. That'll be a swing and a miss by Mentkevich. That's out number 1. Buchanan, now the batter. Buchanan is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 26. Swing and a miss by Buchanan. Strike 3. That's out number 2. Koski, now the batter. Koski is 0 for 3 tonight. Rincon will get the sign from Diaz. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping Koski can keep it going. Rincon will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 59. And against a lefty, Koski will fight that off. He will have a single. That'll be off the hands. And actually, he's going to clear the bases with that single. Rivas will score. Guzman will turn on the Jets. He will score. Koski will go to first. It is 4 to 3 Minnesota. Stadium cheers. Yay! And of course that comes with 2 outs. Batter now is... Hold on. Batter now is Hunter. Hunter tonight is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, and that's actually going to be it for Rincon. The Indians are going to go to Wickman early. Bob Wickman coming in to pitch for the Indians. 5-0 with a 2.39 ERA and 32 saves. 67 2/3 innings pitched. 61 hits, 4 homers, 14 walks, 66 strikeouts in 2001. The Indians want no funny business tonight. And they're going to ask Wickman to get them a 4-out save. All of a sudden, this has turned into a pretty captivating game on Sunday Night Baseball. All right, Wickman finishing up his warm-up tosses, now turns his attention to Hunter. Koski is, of course, Rincon's run. Wickman will get the sign from Diaz. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is an in-play 80. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Lofton back for that one. He'll make sure he'll look that ball into his glove, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. And it is 4-3 Cleveland after 8. We've all of a sudden got a game here, folks. Stadium groans. Ugh. Carrasco is going to come out of the game. Bob Wells will come in to take over for Minnesota. 8-5 with a 5.11 ERA, 68 and 2/3 innings pitched, 72 hits, 12 homers, 18 walks, 49 strikeouts in 2001. He is going to have to contend with the bottom of the Cleveland order. Leading off the top of the ninth is Fryman. Fryman tonight is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Okay. There we go. Wells will get the sign from Prince. He will set and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 34. Called strike 3 on Fryman. That's out number 1. Diaz, now the batter. Diaz is 0 for 2, but he's been hit by a pitch tonight. Wells trying to hold this game right where it is. Wells will get the sign from Prince. He will set and he will pitch. 5 is a ballpark check. 95 for a righty is in play. But a 5 is going to be a double. Diaz will get that one into the gap, and that'll be a 2-bagger. And he represents a huge insurance run. Let's see if Cleveland can get him in. There is only 1 out in the inning. Lofton, now the batter. Lofton is 0 for 4. Wells will get the sign from Prince. He will set and he will pitch. 6 is a patient 68, and that won't help get it in. That'll be grounded over to short. Picking that up is going to be Guzman. He will throw that over to first. 4 out number 2. Diaz will take third on the play. Vizquel, now the batter with 2 outs. Vizquel tonight is 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. Wells will get the sign from Prince. He will set and he will pitch. 10 is a wheelhouse 58. That's a fly ball into right field. Back for that one is going to be Buchanan. He will be near the track, but he'll have room to track it down and retire the side. The 1-out double comes to nothing for the Indians, and it is now 4-3 Cleveland as we move into the bottom of the ninth, where the question now is now we have the age-old question to answer of, will we see some ninth inning magic? Wickman will have the bottom of the Minnesota order to contend with. Here's Ortiz. Ortiz is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Wickman trying to get a 4-out save tonight. He will get the sign from Diaz. He will set and he will pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 8. That's an ugly swing by Big Papi, but that will be strike 3 for out number 1. Slider was way out of the zone and Papi went after it. Trying to tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. Here's Keelty. Keelty tonight is 0 for 3. Wickman will get the sign from Diaz. He will set and he will pitch. 4 is an in-play 18. Keelty will have a base hit and he'll be the tying run on base. Infield will set for double play. Batter now is Prince. Prince tonight is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Indians would love a double play ball here to get them out of this game. Wickman will get the sign from Diaz. He will set and he will pitch. 5 5 is going to be an in-play 36. That'll be too high. That'll be line to second. Putting up his glove in self-defense is Alomar. Pow! Ball slams into it. 2 outs in the inning. And the last chance for the Twins tonight comes to Luis Rivas. Rivas tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Keelty at first. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping Rivas can extend this game. Wickman trying to get it over right here. He will get the sign from Diaz. Wickman will set. Looking over at Keelty at first. Wickman will set. He will kick. And he will pitch. Snake Eyes is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for Cleveland. Let's see who it is and what they're trying to do. Error on the right fielder. Right fielder is Wangan. His error rating is a 4. He's pretty good. 1 to 33, this game's over. Actually, 1 to 33, he makes an error. 34 and up, this game is over. That's a 12. Wangan's gonna make an error. That'll be a one-base error on an E9. And the Twins have life. Wangan drops it. First error of the night by Cleveland. What a time and a potentially costly error. Batter now is Guzman. Guzman is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Wickman can't believe what he sees. He's looking at Wangan going, come on, man, you got to make that play and get us out of this game. Wickman will get the sign from Diaz. Fans here at the Metrodome have life. Wickman will set. He will kick, and he will pitch. 10 is a tough 94. That is a fly ball into left field. Back for that one is Cordova. He'll take a couple steps to his left, put out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Cleveland Indians hold off the Minnesota Twins coming furiously with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, but Cleveland will hold on to get a 4-3 win here at the Metrodome. Stadium groans. Ugh. Final line score coming up. Oop, hold on. Gotta remember to put in the play. I was starting to clean up already. Now I can start to clean up, though. Ah, here we go. Whoa! Dropped the Twins cards. For the Indians, 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the Twins, 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher tonight is going to be CC Sabathia. He will get the win. Rick Reed will get the loss. Ricardo Rincon will get a hold, and Bob Wickman will have the save. Of course, regulars on the channel know that we are not done yet. We have Ultra Quick Baseball to get to yet tonight, which will also impact our pick for the next game on the block, for our next board game. It is now time to see how the rest of the majors fared. And to do that, we're going to ask our friends at Downey Games and Ultra Quick Baseball for a little help with that. Cleveland will hold on for a huge 4-3 victory here over the Twins, which will play spoiler to the Twins' hopes of making the playoffs, potentially, and also meaning Texas has got to pick up ground themselves in the race for home field advantage. But let's jump into the rest of the majors. Here on September 21st, we will get started with the Yankees and the Orioles, who are both O's. The Yankees wanted this game. They will roll a 65 for 8. Baltimore gets a 14. That's 2. That'll be a win for the Bronx Bombers. Tigers and the Red Sox. Detroit, P24 is 3. Boston, O15 is 2. The Kitty Cats will devour the Bo Sox. Royals and the White Sox. Kansas City, O13 is 2. Chicago, P64 is 7. That's a win for the White Sox. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs, R45, R45 is 5. Houston, T51 is 6. That's a win for the Spacefarers over the Baby Bears. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Arizona, R51 is 5. Los Angeles, S61 is 8. That's a win for the Dodgers. Reds and the Brewers. Cincinnati wanted this one. Cincinnati, M56 is 5. Milwaukee, O22 is 3. That game belongs to the Reds. Rockies and the Expos. Colorado, R16 is 3. Expos, K11 is most likely 0. It is. That's a win for Colorado. Braves and the Mets. Atlanta, Q62 is 7. Mets, P43 is 4. That's a win for the Braves. Mariners and the Athletics. Seattle, W24 is 4. Oakland, X26 is 5. That's a win for Oakland, which somehow has not eliminated Seattle yet. Marlins and the Phillies are both R's. Florida rolls a 31. That's 3. Philadelphia rolls a 45. That's 5. That's a win for the Fightin' Phils. Cardinals and the Pirates. St. Louis, N25 is 3. Pittsburgh, Q61 is 7. The Pirates will hang the Jolly Roger. Giants and the Padres. San Francisco, O42 is 4. Not the time of year for San Diego to not want a game. R11 is 1. That's a win for the Giants. Angels and the Rangers. Texas with a magic number 2 to clinch home field advantage in the AL playoffs. That should help. Actually, Anaheim's J32 will probably do more to help with that. That's 3. Texas, T34 is 4. That's a win for Texas. Devil Rays and the Blue Jays. Tampa Bay, N31 is 3. Toronto, M23 is 2. That's a win for Tampa Bay. September 22nd, we have got the Yankees and the Orioles. Both O's. They both roll 12s. That's 1. They have extras. Yankees roll a 6, plus 1 is 7. Everything identical, right down for Baltimore, except by virtue of home field, the Orioles will get that in extras. Tigers and the Red Sox. Detroit, P12 is 1. Boston, O21 is 2. That's a win for Boston. Royals and the White Sox. We're going to put that one through as well. Kansas City, O54 is 5. Chicago, P66 is 9. That's a win for the Pale Hose. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs, R22 is 3. Astros, T61 is 8. The Spacefarers will nuke the Baby Bears from orbit. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Arizona did not want this game. R11 is 1. Dodgers, S52 is 6. That's a win for the Dodgers. Reds and the Brewers. Both roll 56s. Cincinnati's M is 5. Milwaukee's O is also 5. They have extras. Cincinnati rolls a 1. -1 is 0. Milwaukee rolls a 6. -3 is 3. The Beer Makers will take that in bonus baseball. Indians and the Twins. Cleveland, T32 is 4. Minnesota, Q14 is 3. That's another win for the Tribe by the identical score. Rockies and the Expos. Colorado, R26 is 3. Montreal, K45 is also 3. They have extras, which Colorado does not like to see. Colorado rolls a 3. -4 is -1. Montreal rolls a 6 + 0. That's a win for the Expos and extras. Braves and the Mets. Braves, Q43 is 5. Mets, P62 is 6. A win for the Mets. Mariners and the Athletics. Seattle, W24 is 4. Oakland, X54 is 8. That's a win for Oakland as they will double up the Mariners. Marlins and the Phillies are both R's. Florida rolls a 25. That's 3. Philadelphia rolls a 21. That's also 3. Florida likes seeing the extras as much as Colorado does. With a 1 -4 is -3. The Phillies roll a 3 + 0. That'll be a win for the Phillies in extras. Cardinals and the Pirates. St. Louis, N42 is 4. Pittsburgh, Q41 is 5. Once again, the Pirates get to hang the Jolly Roger. Giants and the Padres. Giants, 036 is a big game for San Francisco. 14 sends them to column Z. 55 is 9. San Diego, R54 is 6. That'll be a win for the Giants. Angels and the Rangers. I believe Texas has a magic number of 1 to clinch home field advantage in the American League playoffs. Let's see if they can do it here. Probably not. Angels, J63 is 5. Texas, T14 is 3. That's a win for the Halos as Anaheim plays spoiler at least for one game. Devil Rays and the Blue Jays. Tampa Bay, N54 is 5. Toronto, they are N61 is still 5. Toronto, M54 is 4. That's a win for Tampa Bay. September 23rd, Yankees and the Orioles. Yankees, 042. Let's flip it back over. Or 042 is 4. Baltimore's also an O. They roll a 36. That's a big game for Baltimore. 42 has them moving up one column. Baltimore's on column P. 41 is also 4. They have extras. Both teams roll 2s. Both teams are +1. Baltimore takes that in extras. Tigers and the Red Sox. Boston wanted this one. Detroit, P51 is 5. Boston, 066 is 9. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Royals and the White Sox. Chicago did not want this one. Kansas City, O12 is 1. Chicago, P11 is 0. That's a win for Kansas City. And again, a bad time to not want games. Bad time of the year to not want games. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs, R52 is 6. Astros, T42 is 5. That's a win for the Baby Bears. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Arizona, R34 is 4. Los Angeles, S34 is also 4. They will have extras. Arizona rolls a 4. -1 is 3. Los Angeles rolls a 4. +3 is 7. That's a win for the Dodgers in extras. Reds and the Brewers. Cincinnati, M16 is 2. Milwaukee, O55 is 5. That's a win for the Brewers. Indians and the Twins. Cleveland, T22 is 4. Minnesota, Q52 is 5. That's a win for the Twins. Rockies at the Expos. Colorado, R12 is 2. Montreal, K62 is 5. That's a win for Montreal. Braves and the Mets. Braves, Q54 is 5. Mets, P41 is 4. That's a win for the Braves. Mariners and the Athletics. Seattle, W23 is 4. Oakland, X46 is 8. The Athletics will double up the Mariners. And that will eliminate the Seattle Mariners officially from playoff eligibility. Marlins and the Phillies are both ours. How close is Florida? Florida's got a doomsday number of 4. Marlins, probably get a stay of execution here. They roll a 45. That's 5. Phillies roll a 36. That's 4. And yep, they do get a stay of execution. Cardinals and the Pirates. St. Louis, N34 is 3. Pittsburgh, Q56 is 6. The Pirates will double up the Redbirds and hang the Jolly Roger. Giants and the Padres. Giants, O62 is 6. San Diego, R26 is 3. The Giants will double up the Friars. Angels and the Rangers. Anaheim playing spoiler again. J56 is 4. Texas, T23 is actually also 4. I may have spoken too soon on playing spoiler. They have extras. Anaheim rolls a 3. +2 is 5. Texas rolls a 3. +1 is 4. Nope, I didn't speak too soon. Anaheim will take that in extras. Devil Rays and the Blue Jays. Anaheim, or Tampa Bay, N42 is 4. Toronto, M14 is 2. The Devil Rays will double up the Bluebirds. Orioles and the Red Sox. Boston currently has a doomsday number of 1. If they lose, they are ineligible for the playoffs. Let's see if they can get a stay of execution from Baltimore. Probably not. Orioles, O32 is 3. Boston, P16 is also 3. They have extras. Baltimore rolls a 6. +1 is 7. Boston rolls a 3. -1 is 2. Baltimore takes that in extras, and the Boston Red Sox are eliminated from playoff contention. Blue Jays and the Indians. Toronto, O15 is 2. Cleveland, U64 is 9. That's a win for the Tribe. Padres in Colorado to play the Rockies. San Diego, N55 is 5. Colorado, S15 is 3. The Friars will finally pray up a win. Braves and the Marlins. Atlanta, P16 is 3. Florida, T36 is 5. That's a win for Florida. Cardinals and the Astros. St. Louis, R54 is 6. Astros, U24 is 4. The Redbirds will beat the Spacefarers. Tigers and the Royals. Detroit didn't want this game. L11 is 0. Kansas City, M46 is a big game. 46 will send them back one column to column L. 25 is 3. That's a win for Kansas City. Giants and the Dodgers. San Francisco, R63 is 8. Dodgers, Q25 is 3. That's a win for the Giants. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, N42 is 4. Pirates, P65 is 8. The Pirates will double up, the Buccaneers will double up the baby birds. Mariners and the Rangers. Mariners, O41 is 4. Texas, W54 is 8. That's a win for the Rangers. That is your Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night in the block will be September 25th, 2001, and we've got to look at these games. First of all, let's see if I need to get in there and resort anything. I do not. Okay. So, let's look at the slate of games coming up. We've got the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Milwaukee is currently eligible for the playoffs. Their magic number's 2. So if we want to maybe go watch the Brewers, actually Tampa Bay has clinched the American League East. So congratulations to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They right now are the 3 seed. They would play Cleveland in the division series. But coming back to this, Brewers and the Diamondbacks, I'm not interested in that because the Diamondbacks are already eliminated. Orioles and the Red Sox, pass. Twins and the White Sox, what were the standings coming out of this? They're actually in a deadlock, so if I want to get another good game, that would be a good one to consider. So I'll mark that as a possible. Blue Jays and the Indians, pass. Cleveland isn't playing for much of anything right now. Who would they be chasing for home field? They actually got a magic number of 1 for home field advantage actually, no, they don't. They have a magic number of 1 to clinch the 2 seed, though, which means they would be playing Tampa Bay which means they would have the home field advantage over Tampa Bay in the division series round. I'm trying to get this filled in green because that's my color for what I'm tracking. So the Devil Rays have clinched. So all of the divisions are now decided in the American League. Like I said, Boston, come on. Boston has been eliminated with a record of 68 and 81. Let's see, so Minnesota White Sox are possible. Padres and Colorado, possibly as well. Braves and the Marlins. Marlins are currently 4 games under 500 with a doomsday of 4. Braves have already been eliminated, pass. Cardinals and the Astros. The Astros are currently chasing the Brewers, who have a magic number of 2. That will also be a pass, I think. Oh, and the Cubs have been eliminated. Let's see. Tigers and the Royals. I think I'm going to say no to that one. Giants and the Dodgers. Giants right now are in second place in the division. Dodgers are continuing to play spoiler, but I think I'm going to pass on that one as well. Mets and the Expos, pass. Devil Rays and the Yankees. Yankees have a doomsday number right now of 3. So that's... But they're 13... Well, actually, no, I'm going to pass on that one because Tampa Bay is not playing for anything in that one. Anaheim and Oakland, no. Cincinnati, Philadelphia, no. Cubs, Pirates, no. Unless the Pirates are interesting in the Central Division, they're not particularly. They're 2.5 back of the Astros for the two spot in the Central, so I think that's probably a pass. Mariners and the Rangers, no. So given that we just had the Twins on the board, we are alternating between the National League, between the NL West and the AL Central, I think, for the rest of this replay. So since we just had an AL Central game on the board, we're going to go to the NL West, as we'll be going back to Coors Field again for a matchup between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. That will be tomorrow night's block in Payoff Pitch Baseball for 2001. What else is coming up on the channel? Wednesday, we've got a new game debut on the channel, as we are playing Creole Manor by All or Nothing Publishing. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will conclude Out of the Cooking with Deadpool cookbook as we make the dessert, Double Shot Cupcake. We will also have Pinot with Phoenix for February 2025, or 2026. Next week, we are playing Red, White, and Blue Racing by Play Games, and I've got some special rules lined up for that. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Cleveland Indians hold off a furious charge by the Minnesota Twins to take this game by a final score of 4-3. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow night.